Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon po. Welcome, everyone, to our expanded Division Executive Committee meeting. Um, I believe we are all set for this afternoon's activity. As we begin, let us prepare our hearts and minds for the opening prayer and to be followed by our DepEd Quality Policy Statement, all in audio-visual presentation.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Our Heavenly Father, we offer you our thanksgiving. We thank you for everyone gathered here today to walk with you. May we ask you for your blessings and guidance so that the activities set for this undertaking be successful. We ask you to open our eyes to see the wonderful things from this activity. We ask that you open our ears so that we may retain the invaluable knowledge. Open our minds for us to think wisely. Put us with understanding, cooperation, and peace in fulfilling our responsibilities. Open our hearts so that we may receive your everlasting love. And open our spirit so that we may know that you are with us all throughout the day. We ask all this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
The Department of Education Quality Policy Statement. The Department of Education is committed to provide learners with quality basic education that is accessible, inclusive, and liberating through proactive leadership, shared governance, evidence-based policies, standards, and programs, responsive and relevant curricula, highly competent and committed officials and teaching and non-teaching personnel, and an enabling learning environment. The department upholds the highest standards of conduct and performance to fulfill stakeholders' needs and expectations by adhering to constitutional mandates, statutory and regulatory requirements, and sustains client satisfaction through continuous improvement of quality management system.
Thank you very much. Welcome once again. And without further ado, to determine the attendees of this afternoon's activity, please help me welcome our Senior Education Program Specialist, Dr. Raquel Carbos, to do the honor.
Good afternoon, everyone. May I acknowledge the presence of the representative coming from Bansalan East District?
Good afternoon po, Ma'am Raquel. Present po.
Good afternoon, Ma'am Ann. From Bansalan West District? Ma'am Mary Michifiel, are you on board? Moving forward, may I acknowledge the presence of the representative coming from Magsaysay South?
Hello, ma'am. Maludoke, I'm around.
Thank you, Sir Jaime Fernandez for Magsaysay South. For Magsaysay North?
Present po, Doc Raquel.
Thank you, Ma'am Bernaldez. For Matanawan,
Present po,
representing,
Ma'am Susan.
all right, Ma'am Susan Obensa is represented by Sir Charlie Alejandro. Thank you, Sir Charlie. For
Yes.
Matanao
Good morning,
2,
good afternoon, ma'am.
afternoon,
Good afternoon,
Sir
Doc.
Charlie. Afternoon, sir.
Good, good
For
afternoon,
Matanao,
Dr. Raquel.
good afternoon,
Good
Ma'am.
afternoon.
Yes, Ma'am Beth
Present
Torres,
po.
acknowledge po.
Yes.
Thank you, Ma'am. For Hagunoy 1,
Ay, hello po. Good afternoon. Present po.
thank you, Ma'am Emeline Raquel. For Hagunoy 2,
Good afternoon, ma'am. Representing
Sir Bilan.
Thank you, Sir Roger Kanya, representing Sir Roderick Villan for Hagonoy 2. For Sulup District, any representative coming from Sulup District? All right, moving forward. For Malalag District, representative for Malalag District, please acknowledge if you are on board. Next, we have Kiblawan South.
Good afternoon, Ma'am Raquel. Good afternoon, everyone. Present po.
Thank you, Ma'am Custodio. For Kiblawan North,
Yes, Ma'am Raquel. Good afternoon. I'm here.
thank you.
Good
Thank
afternoon,
you,
everyone.
Sir Angelito Carion. Acknowledge po. For Santa Cruz North, representative for Santa Cruz North. All right. We have Santa Cruz South. Any representative for Santa Cruz South?
Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon po to everyone. Sir Papa, Doc Raquel is also attending the live training at Sky Garden.
All right, sir. Noted po. Next, we have the representative for Padada District.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm present.
Thank you, Ma'am Marites Ungab Abusejo. May I inquire if Bansalan West is already represented?
Yes,
Anyone?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon po. Sorry kay nahinay among net po.
All right. Thank you, Ma'am Jane Bardonido. Representing Ma'am Piel, I suppose. Anyone from Sulup District? How about Malalag District? All right, we shall now proceed to the Schools Division Office proper. May I acknowledge the presence of the following chiefs of division: Sir Mario Mandihar.
Good good afternoon, Ma'am Raquel.
Hi,
Um,
sir.
our Chief Mario Mondihar is at the Capitol at the moment, attending activity sponsored and organized by the DILG. Together with
Mhm.
our education program supervisor, Ma'am Jessie Sahul, is also in official business for the Brigada Eskwela Validation. Together with her are Sir Bobert Dumagan, Sir Bernie Kilaton, Ma'am Joy Chicote, Sir Jovet Tobiano, and Sir Demuel Madulin. Ma'am Ami Coral is also not around since she is also attending the Madarasa Alive program activity at the Sky Garden.
Thank you, Sir Kirk. Let's proceed to the Curriculum Implementation Division. Ma'am Cometa. May I inquire from the representative of CID, Sir Elvin Carabalye? I'm seeing Sir Elvin on board.
Yes, okay. Good afternoon.
Hi, sir.
Uh,
May I inquire if Ma'am Che is around?
Ma'am Chi is attending a seminar at Ritz Hotel.
All right. And the rest of the education program supervisors, may I inquire if they are also attending an equally important engagement?
Also with Dr. Moreno and Ma'am Rita Rillanos. They are also attending a seminar at Ritz Hotel, and here in the office right now we have Ma'am Lani Tinson, Ma'am Lisa Dasilio, and Ma'am Alice. Alice.
Thank you. Thank you, Sir Elvin. I am also seeing Ma'am Leonora Lisa Dasilio on board. Good afternoon, ma'am. And
Yes, ma'am.
for
Thank you.
the rest of the education program supervisors, they are attending an equally important engagement as per information from Mr. Carabalye.
So, si Sir
Also acknowledge,
Carvalho ang OIC?
um,
Is Sir Carvalho assigned as OIC?
I have
Ah,
no information with regards to the OIC for CID. Jan.
actually, I do not know also, Ma'am Janet, Ma'am Chea is dito ang OIC.
Because whenever the chief is not around in the office, somebody should be assigned as OIC. We will prompt her on that. So that is a protocol that we should assign someone that whenever the chief is not on board in her post or in her official station, somebody should be assigned as OIC. Mm.
Noted ASDS Veloso. May I also acknowledge Sir Christopher Felipe representing the LR section or unit. Sir Christopher Felipe.
Magarbuhong Davao del Sur sa tanan.
Thank you, Sir Tuping. Also, representative for the ALS, Sir Eric Tubat. All right, Sir Eric is also attending an equally important engagement, I suppose. Moving forward, may I acknowledge the presence of the following section chiefs or section heads. May I acknowledge Ma'am Christine Lois Estrebor for the finance section.
Good afternoon, Ma'am Markel. Good afternoon, everyone present po.
Thank you, Ma'am Estrebor. For the cashier section, Ma'am Ma'am Hazel Dasilio.
Good afternoon, Ma'am Ras. Good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you, Ma'am Hazel. For the budget section, Sir Manolito Amandoron. Sir Manolito will be joining us in a while. For the ITO,
Present.
thank you, Sir Ariel Villarreal. For the supply section, I think Sir Romeo Iting is on official business. May I also acknowledge the presence of the records section OIC, Sir Alberca. All right, he will be joining us in a while. And of course, introducing to you our newly appointed Human Resource Officer, Ma'am Yvette Lopez, representing the HR, Ma'am Yvette.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon po.
Thank you, Ma'am Yvette. And of course, Sir Alberca is sending his message that he has no camera, but he is on board. And also from the top management, may I acknowledge the presence of ASDS Janet Veloso, Ma'am Jan.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon, ma'am. And of course, SDS Nelson Lopez is also on board with us, Sir Nelson.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Ma'am Jan, Sir Nelson, Sulup and Malalab District, they have no representative on board, but we will be reaching them out within the hour. So quorum is declared. And of course, we would like to acknowledge as well the members of the TWG for the DexeCom. We have Ma'am Carla Mendoza and Sir Ariel Villarreal. Quorum is declared SDS Lopez and ASDS Veloso.
Thank you very much, Doc Raquel. Let's proceed to the next segment of the activity. To give us updates on the SDS matters, let's welcome our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Nelson C. Lopez.
Thank you, Shena. Good afternoon, everyone. Magandang
Afternoon, sir.
tanghali sa lahat.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, sir.
Afternoon to all the division personnel headed by ESDs Veloso, to all field officials with our PSDSS, TPICs, school heads, of course, those representing those PSDSS and DPICs who are not around. And I hope the other districts who were not around during the attendance check, that at least there must be somebody who will be representing them, for them also to be provided with updates, to be aware as to what would transpire this afternoon's DexeCom. So, to Yvette Lopez, no, our new HRMO, once again, welcome to the family.
Thank you po, Sir Nelson.
So, dalawang Lopez na kayo dyan sa HR, di ba, no? So,
Opo.
tatlo na tayo dito. Baka ay maging DepEd owned by the Lopezes na itong ating division. So, with the appointment of Yvette Lopez, so may I just disclose to you our plan now, our direction in the division, because she is now our full-time HRMO. Considering that we designated Dr. Raquel Carbos as our OIC, Office of the HRMO, for the information of everyone, this office shall be designating Dr. Carbos to be our Administrative Officer 5. So, yan. So,
Yay!
welcome ng lahat.
Yay!
So Dr. Carbos will
Yay.
still be taking charge
Congratulations, Doc Raquel.
of all the activities
Congratulations.
in the HR, because we are still processing it's our prime accreditation. So at least you'll be on top of everything now. Hindi ka lang SRMO, lahat-lahat ay sakop mo na, no? Yung under sa administrative services. Katulad ng ating payroll system, which we shall be implementing this January. So congratulations to the team of Dr. Carbos, lahat-lahat na nagtrabaho. Of course, with under the leadership yan in ESTS Biloso, being the administrative officer 5 before. So sa January, for the information of everyone, we shall be implementing the payroll system. Ano yan? Na it is the division office who will be the one to take charge in preparing the payroll para sa lahat sa sweldo ng ating mga division personnel. At ang ating mga implementing units, that will be also be your direction, na lahat-lahat tayo shall be preparing everything, the processes in paying our personnel sa ating division and schools. Nagsimula na tayo dyan because we were already visited by the Office of the Regional Director, particularly Administrative Services, the team of Dr. Roy Enriquez, and we were already recommended to proceed with the implementation of the payroll system. So yan ang mangyari sa January. So I hope na by January, we can really realize that endeavor of ours. So congratulations sa ating lahat, lalo na sa ating team. Ako rin ay nagpapasalamat at congratulations lalo na sa inyong lahat, particularly all the focal persons sa atong OIC during the time when I was not around and we were not around for the second week. The first week, November 15 to 17, I was not around for our National Planning Conference with Dr. Veloso as the OIC. And last week, we were at the PICC for the CIS Congress. But despite our absence, all of you were still able to realize, to comply the needed reports, and all the tasks required of you, expected of you, through your cooperation and collaboration. So congratulations to the team of the CID with Mrs. Cometa and Dr. Tingson, because you're able to submit a comply of the required tokens for the national MANCOM, which shall be held on December 18 at 19. So arrival nila 18, MANCOM will be on the 19th, and all the divisions are required to submit our tokens. So salamat sa inyo, lalo na sa initiative ni Dr. Hazel Lona, no, in collaborating with the office of the municipal mayor, Mayor Zala, for the assistance for our tokens na naman na ginagawa ng ating Batu National High School with the principal, Mrs. Sakay. So maraming salamat sa inyo. Congratulations sa inyong lahat for that. Then, in relation to that, atin na lang itong i-announce sa inyo na in relation to the National MANCOM, there will be schools that will be visited. And the schools that will be probably visited by our MANCOM officials on the national office are the nearby schools. So kung nearby schools, near Davao City, which is the venue for the National MANCOM. So, ang possible na mabisitahan, although we are encouraging all the schools natin na talagang maghanda, lalo na sa kanilang cleanliness. Dahil isang feedback ng ating Assistant Regional Director of one school that we have visited is that ang CR ng isang paaralan ay napakarumi. So, very particular tayo sa cleanliness, lalo na sa mga toilets ng ating mga paaralan, hindi lang ng toilet ng principal. Most of all, the toilets that are being utilized by our learners. Yun ang very important na dapat nating also i-maintain, i-sustained, at saka i-improve. So, yan na ang lalo ninyo ngayong paghandaan. Kayo dyan, unang-una kayo dyan sa Santa Cruz North at sa Santa Cruz South. Although itong mga malapit-lapit na mga paralan, magsimula na rin kayong you also maintain, you also improve your learning environment, lalo na ang ating mga toilets, dahil yan ang very, very important. You might say na December 19 is already the start of the vacation of our teachers and our learners. Yes, if that will be realized na they will be visiting our schools, then expected na ang maiwan talaga sa mga paaralan ay ang mga school heads, ating mga non-teaching personnel, ating mga PSDSS and DPICS. So walang paaralang magsasara dahil hindi lahat ay magbakasyon simula sa December 19. So that's one of our reminders, no? So congratulations to the group of Mr. Tuping, no? Filipe, Mr. Christopher Filipe, for the successful conduct of our Sumbuk, yung Sumba, para in relation to our reading month, ating Zumbuk. So I saw your postings. I was able to monitor your activities. Congratulations. And sa lahat mga division personnel at field personnel who supported, who assisted that activity, congratulations sa inyong lahat. Then even for the CID team, for our best practices, the pictures, at saka yung ating soft copies na for the best practices for the calendar, regional calendar para sa best practices ng ating division. Thank you for complying with the help of also Mr. Filipe and our groups from the CID team. So, ano pa itong ating dapat nating atandaan? Visit to the schools. Congratulations also to our focal persons, lalo na sa CID pa rin ito, sa ating musabaka, no? Ating musabaka, regional musabaka, wherein one of our entries was first garner the first place, became the champion itong Quran reading school natin galing sa Santa Cruz North. Tama ba ako? Santa Cruz North ito, ating champion. Then, ang focal person natin dito is si Mrs. Obensa. Then, under ni Dr. Dacilio for our regional quiz bee, na meron rin tayong nag-garner second place, no? Second place tayo, Dr. Dacilio. So, regional quiz bee, ating entry from Santa Cruz National High School. So, congratulations sa inyong lahat. Thank you for all of that. Then, what else? So reminders na lang for our other activities. Tomorrow, we shall have our National Students Celebration. National Student Celebration at Malalag. Then, mayroon tayong Research Congress this December 3. And this morning, reminder also for the schools na to help provide us the data regarding our needs, especially the TLSS that needs repair and needs to be constructed, rooms to be repaired, and buildings to be constructed, equipments to be provided dahil this morning we've started already preparing our 3-year development plan for our special education fund. Dahil gagawa tayo ng 3-year development plan, then ito na ang basis natin for the procurement, no? Out of the EF. So si Mr. Felipe will be collaborating you, especially ating mga PSDSS, because dapat exact ang ating mga data na ibigay para doon sa planning team sa province. And we are given until within this week, no? Within this week, na-provide natin ating mga data para mapatuloy natin ang ating preparation for our EF. So that's it for some of the reminders. Then ito. During our national planning conference at Subic, it was emphasized again by Yusik Densing. Alam niyo ba kung sino ito si Yusik Densing? Before, naging Yusik natin sa curriculum. At now, parang sa ano na siya, sa operation, no? Sa Dr. Veloso, itong si Yusik Densing. Ano yung ano niya ngayon? Latest?
Siya po ang Chief of Staff, sir.
No, Chief
Sa
of Staff,
Office
no?
of the Secretary.
Of the Secretary.
Yes, kung parang ano siya, sir, si Yusek Maluluan dati.
Okay, so yun. So he was the one who emphasized na regarding sa ating mga policies, sa dapat nating mga tandaan. Ngayon, bago naman itong ating mga ang secretary natin, gunong na no, sa curriculum. But all in all, ang mag-emphasize during that national planning conference is that we need always to be conscious, all of us in the field, that the focus this time is about the learning recovery. No, learning recovery is because there is crisis in the learning. Mayroong malaking learning gaps ngayon. It's because of what happened, because of the pandemics wherein our learners were just they're at homes, and this time itong taon na ito ay tinatawag itong catch-up plan. In fact, the national is preparing the national reading framework. Na yung national reading framework, if they are done with that, then we can also disseminate that one to the field. But for us, we'll continue with what we have started, with what we have at present regarding our intervention, especially on the reading areas, the improvement of the reading proficiency of our learners. So for the moment, we will continue with what we have. Whilst by the time that the framework will already be finalized and will be disseminated, then we'll again inform the field as to how we can also come in, how can we also paano natin may pasok itong ating mga interventions in the field. But talagang ang focus ngayon is more on quality, which is to address learning gaps. And that reminders na within the week, every school days, school operations must not be disrupted, must not be disturbed. That if there are activities, invitations by private or not even government agencies requiring the attendance of our teachers and learners, then we cannot just participate, we cannot just pull out any teacher and learners to participate that activity, because there is really uh, the memorandum that we received, no? Yung di-post namin sa inyo dyan, yung additional administrative guidelines for the full implementation of face-to-face classes, the details as to what the field needs to do in order for us really to focus on instruction, nandoon na ang dapat nating tandaan. Pero mind you, you might wonder na this time there is an activity of the Red Cross, no? But that is endorsed by the regional director's office. Anong instruction doon? There is an activity this coming, that is a school days. School days siya, parang December, ano yun. I cannot memorize anymore the date, but the date is a school day. Pero ano ang giroute ng ating Assistant Regional Director? That the schools, the division will support the activity of the Red Cross in the gathering of the youth, provided that there will only be one teacher and 3 learners per school who will attend. There are specified schools, no, na inilagay doon sa communication sino ang dapat mag-attend. So to all concerned schools that will be disseminated to you, isa lang ang teacher at 3 learners lang bawat schools. For us in the division, we cannot just approve, we cannot just allow, because we adhere to what we have received, to the issuance from the region. So because it is the region who also issued, who is very emphatic, no, of what the national office also is emphasizing regarding the strict implementation of the face-to-face classes. So ngayon, doon na sila sa region, no? Doon na sila sa region naghingi ng permission. Now the region that provided their response, so ito na. So that's why we will also adhere to what the directive of the region. Pero there is that condition. 1 teacher only and 3 learners per school. So makareceive kayo, mga PSDSS and DPICs, as to what schools from your district will be allowed to participate in that activity. Okay, so there were so many requests already about activities by other agencies for the participation of our schools during school days. But we will emphasize always, no, na yung DepEd 34 series of 2022, a regional memorandum from the PPRD 2022-101, and emphasize lang nila dito ang national memorandum also from DepEd Central Office about number 058 October 27, 2022. So kaya we will stick always to what are the directives of our higher ups. Yan. But we allow now activities that you requested, because you requested here, merong mga districts, mga schools who are requesting for activities during weekends, scouting, meron pa doong isang school, nag-intrams. So andito naman pala siya sa guidelines na we may allow the conduct of sports meet, non-academic competitions, including scouting na ito, but it must be during weekends. So ito, that's why we allow the conduct of that activity. So meron kaming reply to that. So yon ang pinakamahalaga ngayon sa atin, no, very important. We need to stick with that directive of central office that we are not allowed to conduct activities that will disrupt the operations. There was even an information disseminated during the National Planning Conference na itong contest ng Brigada Eskwela must already be stopped. So wala na, para the schools will not be busy or anymore with contest preparation for the Brigada Eskwela. But we are waiting for the issuance to that. Wala pa silang inilabas na issuance regarding that contest of Brigada Eskwela. Then itong SBM, kaya ang SBM ngayon di ba ipa-stop ang SBM. So these are two activities at saka other competitions. Ang pinag-discuss ng mabuti doon is about National Schools Press Conference. National Schools Press Conference dahil meron din itong activity pala na may National Schools Press Conference. But this time, this was questioned again by a particular Assistant Regional Director. Final arrangement or final decision regarding these activities to mga national activities ay malalaman natin when they will release already the directives or maybe during the National Mancom this December 19, there will be more updates regarding our operations that will be provided to us. So, yun ang mga mahalaga ngayon. Kaya sa mga schools natin, PSDSs and DPICs try to monitor the activities of our schools, that they cannot just conduct any activity in the school. Yung ating mga personnel in the division office which provide me the program regarding yung SBM installation wherein there are pupils, there are learners at saka teachers who are involved. At saka meron pa mga long programs, not necessary talaga na long programs talaga yan. You can just do that one. Kasi ano man lang yan, ceremonial man lang yan in the installation. That's why I said that can be conducted after 3 o'clock. But they negotiated, they requested that they can just conduct it inside a classroom wherein classes will still continue, not disturbed. So they can just continue with their activities. So kaya nga, very particular tayo because our regional director is monitoring especially the postings of our people in the field. He called our attention, look at this school. So, anong time ito ginawa nila, itong kanilang mga activities. So because it's incomplete kung ano mga ginagawa ninyo. So, during that time, hindi alam ng regional director na ginawa ito ngayong oras, after class hours na pala. Kaya, very careful rin tayo sa posting natin ng ating mga activities kasi mahilig ating mga teachers mag-post. So, interpretation na yan ng ating schools, ng ating regional director na ginagawa ito during school hours. Kaya meron na namang disruption of classes. Kaya kung may post kayo, emphasize na lang ninyo dyan. Anong time? Ginawa ba ito Saturday? Ginawa ba ito after class hours? So like that. Kasi hindi alam natin na anong time na ginawa yan. So that's it. That is a very important reminder for all of us na the secretary of our education in the SARA is really very serious, with her direction this time. Na she focuses on quality of learning. Quality. Hindi lang basta-basta na busy ang ating mga school sa preparation, classroom structuring. Ito daw ang ating, kasi nadatna ng ating regional director, ang ating mga guro, busy daw sa paggupit-gupit ng mga papel for the structuring of the classroom. Hindi yan ang dapat gawin ng ating mga teacher. They must be busy with teaching, dili sa pa-beautify. Itong beautify of the learning environment, classroom structuring, making the reading is not anymore corner kasi ang iba parang talaga, isa sala na, living room, which is not allowed. Itong mga reading corners, try to monitor that one na corner lang talaga na may mga reading material. Is not really a reading place na may mga salasit at saka may mga furniture which already reduces the space in the classrooms. So very important yan Then mga PSDSS, we are reminded again of the certification of our school heads that they need to comply with the ratio of the teacher and learners per class. So meron naman kayong data, no, as to the teacher-learner ratio from grades 1 to 3, 4, 5, 6, and our senior high schools. So dapat may certification na i-submit sa inyong offices that the schools are compliant so that we can determine as to how many teachers are excess in a particular schools. So kailangan i-comply natin pati na ang utilization of the instructional rooms as non-instructional areas. Itong mga classrooms na ginagamit na naging faculty room, naging office of the principal. Ilang instructional rooms ang kanilang ginamit as non-instructional. So that's it. One very important data that you'll provide to Mr. Felipe is the number of TLS that the schools need at saka TLS that needs repair or improvement. Because isalin natin yan sa ating budget for the improvement of the existing TLS, improvement of the TLSs that are already existing, and also additional provision of TLSs in those schools needing additional TLSs. So for the meantime, yun na muna ang aking ibigay sa inyo as our focus. Congratulations to our finance team pala na they were on time, no, in providing the benefits of our personnel, yung ating bonus, ang ating salary for the whole month natanggap today. Ang sa end of the month natanggap natin today. It's already in our account. At saka natanggap rin yung mga bonus. Even I was absent with Dr. Veloso as the OIC. Na-process lahat ang ating mga financial na mga transactions. At yung mga nag-money, congratulations. So mga nakatanggap na ng mga monetization. At saka ang iba pala, hindi pa na-kontento. May additional request pa sila for additional money this time. Although I'm approving that, I'm approving your request for additional monetization for all the concerns who requested for additional monetization, but that is subject to availability of funds and also subject to the regulations regarding the granting of monetization to our personnel. Kasi kapag mag-grant ng money, ng additional, tingnan na kung may maiwan, talagang dapat may maiwan, hindi magka-zero-zero, no, ang inyong number of leave credits in your leave cards, at saka kung entitled ba talaga kayo. So yun na, congratulations sa lahat. Maraming salamat sa mabuhay ang ating DepEd Davao del Sur family. Congratulations.
Sir, pwede mag-ask?
Yes,
Good afternoon, sir. In line with the activities that our schools are not supposed to be doing, I should put it okay. The teachers are already asking about the Christmas parties with children, if we are allowed to hold it.
Okay, so I've learned from us, one superintendent was asking also about that, na if our schools can have also their Christmas party, Christmas celebration. Itong Christmas party pwede daw for as long as there is no contribution exacted from our learners. So walang contribution for the Christmas party.
What about time, sir?
So pwede natin ma-allow siguro ang Christmas parties sa afternoon ng last day.
Okay,
Ano ba?
so 16 after 1 o'clock, sir. We can start at 1 o'clock.
Okay, but that is not definite yet because more updates will be given to us anyway. Meron pa tayong ilang weeks pa. Dalawa, no? Dalawa? Tatlo. Bitaw. 1, 12, 13. Meron na. Wala pa. So at least matagal-tagal pa. But just inform your school heads na yes, ma-allow yung mga Christmas parties pero walang amutan. Walang contribution.
And the time, sir, is not yet, The
Oh
time
yeah,
is
wala pa
ano,
tayong definite time.
okay po,
Pero
sir.
meron talaga dyan.
Sige
Kasi
po, sir. Thank you po.
Kishen? Shen? I'm done, Shen. Sana si Shena, Dr. Veloso.
Thank you very much, Sir Nelson. Thank you, sir. And now, shall we proceed with the updates from the Office of the ASDS? Let's welcome our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Janet G. Veloso.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. My respect to our schools division superintendent, Sir Nelson Lopez. Sir, foreigner ka pa rin ngayon. Okay. And of course, to the rest of the members of the expanded DexeCom, maanyag na probinsya sa Davao del Sur. So this
Yung na
afternoon,
paraiso.
I'll share
Manyag na
with you.
paraiso.
Maanyag na paraiso, sir.
Oo.
Paraiso, gid paraiso. Maanyag na paraiso. Okay. So I'd like to begin with the details of those that were referred to us as activities even when we were out. So the King Saba volunteerism that had happened last Saturday in Malalag, no? Malalag. Thank you very much to our Malalag family sa atin pong sa leadership po ni Ma'am Pagunsan. Kaway-kaway naman dyan, Ma'am Pagunsan. Thank you very much. At we have, I think, around 500 beneficiaries. So ang dami ang beneficiaries natin, no? Coming from the Malalag district, yung talagang hardly hit, no, ng ating parang flooded area. So we are very thankful to King Saba volunteers. Actually, the King Saba volunteerism activities are managed by a private entity, and one of our volunteers there is Dr. Manuel Vallejo. So mas nasiyan tayo, no, na Davao del Sur ang kanilang pinili. And then for our possible model, next target would be the repair or the transfer of TLS of Asbang Ilok Elementary School. So this will be shared with you in detail by Sir Bernie Kilaton. So mas maganda yung from time to time alam natin, no, that our mechanism is just provide the material, then we have volunteers to do it. Kasi mas naging costly din ang labor when it comes to labor, and isa ito sa naging testimony ng ng ating Pukaliel na pwede palang babangon ang Pukaliel in just one day. So we can do it through our possible model. Okay. Then for our prime HRM, ito ay good news sa atin. We are tapping the Digo City team for our prime HRM system. May system sila, kaya nga pwede na sila mag-level up sa prime HRM level 3. So on this note, we are communicating with the division of Digo City through the leadership of Ma'am Christy Epe, no, the current superintendent, and that we are going to have face-to-face orientation of their system this coming Friday, 9 to 12. So on this note, we would want the following to be ready. We need the ICT to do the preparatories and preparation of the internet connectivity, because we really need that one. And then we have also our MC, Ma'am Shena. And then for our, of course, our message will be coming from our top management, Sir Nelson. And the rest of the attendees are our Prime HRM team. For our RSP, we have our facilitator, Raquel Carbos, but now it will be Ma'am Yvette, and Raquel would be our overall secretariat. So she will be managing the four teams directly. No, we have the RSP that will be attended by the team of Ma'am Alicia Ayuste and her team, including the TWG and all your members. And then for our PM, Ma'am Rita Rillanos and the rest of her TWG and secretariat. And for our L&D, Sir Christopher Felipe, together with the rest of the PSDSS. And for our R&R, Sir Ruben Asan, together with the rest of his team. Now for the one facilitating the L&D, we have Chief Mario Mundihar, and for our PM, Ma'am Che Cometa. For our R&R, we have Sir Roderick Villan. Am I right, Sir Villan? Kasi niya wala, Sir Villan.
Wala siya.
Wala siya? Okay. So,
Wala si Sir.
wala si Sir
Ma'am,
Villan.
noted,
Okay,
ma'am.
we will inform him.
Nasa
So I
representative
hope
niya.
that
He has a
Anay
representative.
representative. Okay.
Mr.
So
Kanya po.
we need the all teams to be ready this coming Friday because we cannot allow to miss this from this orientation. We would also be needing Matanawan, please. We really need the expertise of Sir Jokson as well on that day. So we are addressing this to Matanawan, Ma'am Obensa, and the representative of Matanawan to allow Sir Jokson. And on that note, we do not like also Sir Jokson to be out without somebody taking charge of his class. Okay, but that would be in the morning only. Okay.
Okay, noted, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. And then why we are doing this, because all of our processes are already in place. All our evidentiary requirements are already in place. What we want to do is to migrate to that kind of system. We really want everyone to be facilitating this, or to embrace this kind of synergy, because we want also that comes our evaluation, it would leave an impression that we are also ready for Prime HRM Level 3. Kaya natin yan. Kaya ba, Davao del Sur? Wala, sir, wala naman naningog, sir. Wala na
Yes
naningog,
po,
sir.
kaya po.
Ginoo ko, sir. Okay. So, kakayanin natin yan, ha? O, si Sir Nelson, tatawa na ba yan si Sir Nelson? Bigyan na lang okay,
Kaya,
so
kaya.
we will look into that, and we will share everyone's, shall we say, everything that we need to, if there is someone, or if there are things that we have to carry the burden, we will do it for our division. And then we really require the PSDSS to join. No, hindi pwede yung wala lang ang mga PSDSS. Really would want everyone to be there. Okay. Next. So that would be for our Prime HRM. No, baka sabihin nyo, bakit ba talaga sila mambiloso si Sir Nelson sa Prime HRM? Pag Prime HRM level 2 na tayo, mabilis na tayo sa yan, sir, sa validate ng ating mga na-appoint. Masyadong mabilis siya kasi hindi na po siya dadaan sa the usual process now. Okay? Because the trust and confidence is already there, that we have the approved processes and that we are doing it according to our submitted evidentiary requirement. And then, because this is very vital, no, for our prime HRM evaluation, I hope that all the core teams have already devolved those that you can see that we included in our third unified monitoring videos. I hope that you have already devolved that one to the PSDSS, and we are trusting the caliber of our PSDSS to make that as your main agenda or agendum during your district meeting, or even LAC sessions, or even all meetings in schools. Kasi when everybody knows, half of the work is done. So, lahat kailanganin natin, ma-devolve na natin yan. Okay. Then I move to the principal representative, sir. Isa-share na natin, sir. Yung principal representative natin sa Mancom.
Present ba
Si
siya?
Rathel, no?
Sige.
So, sa Mancom natin, there will be a specific, I think, very intimate talk or audience with Vice President and our Secretary, Honorable Sara Duterte, and it will be represented by the shall we say, SDS, the top management of the region, ESDS, and a principal. Our representative is Mr. Raiki Buat. Please, Matanawan, inform ahead, Mr. Raiki Buat, on this. And
Noted, ma'am.
on that note, very important ito. Kasi ito ay talking and it would, parang gusto ng ating regional director that the impression that all the national DexeCom and Mancom members will remember Davao region, that we have provided a lot of inputs in terms of policy direction. So on that note, Chen, paki-share sa ating slide.
Yes, ma'am.
I am sharing this with you because it's really vital to get the real scenarios or real issues and concerns coming from the field. Ano siya, maging iceberg lang siya pag kami lang ang nag-iisip. So, I'm showing this to you. Hindi yan Sien. Yung isa Sien, yung may template, hindi yan Sien. Trabaho namin yan ni Sir Nelson Sien. Okay. Yung template Sien, yung may issues and concern, hindi yan. Okay. So, ang issues and concern by district ito, kindly provide us input on this, and it will be collated by our office, no, sa OSDS. I-collate ito, and once we collated this, we will discuss with the top management as to what are those that really have to raise during the national Mancom. At least, talagang consultative ito, galing sa inyo. At the same time, it will be parang getting your ideas and getting your inputs. Mas maganda if it is really coming from the field. So, that's it. Yan yung may division Shen at saka issues and concern. Anara. Okay. Ito ay connected with a Google Drive, pero this will be for the division na already. Now, we will float a Google Drive wherein you can put here your concerns and issues. Okay. Put it, so itong division ay magiging district, and then concern and issues. Ito ay pressing concern. I'll give you a sample. For example, okay. I'll give you a sample. Parang just to parang provide you na ano yung issues na i-raise namin dito. For example, this concerns about the CTI nurses in Kiblawan. We don't have any more nurses assigned there. Kasi lahat po CTI yun. So meaning, co-terminus with the incumbent. So meaning, hindi po siya papalitan. So, considering the demand of time that really have to combat as well our COVID-19 and this one, and the face-to-face na kailangan natin ang monitoring of our health. So, if we lose sight of or providing health officer for a particular district, it would have some ripple in terms of our compliance with the health safety and health protocol. And so, on that note, our proposal would be provision of or making their CTI positions to a regular. So it will be an input already to a policy that was made probably 5 years ago to provide or address concern of the current challenges. So yun siya. Kasi CTI yung mga nurses natin yun sa Kiblawan. So CTI yun siya. Pag nawala na sila, co-terminus with the incumbent, so hindi na sila papalitan. So paano ngayon? Who will handle our Kiblawan? No? At saka ang challenge natin of the COVID. So with this, we propose for a policy. Kasi napakahirap yung wala tayong clear policy on this. So yun po ang isa sa ano. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang kayo nagre-raise ng concern, nagre-raise kayo anong particular policy na itatambok nito to address the issue. Okay? And it would be a bit very contextualized for us in Davao del Sur if we consult it with you. That would be inputs coming from the rest of the district. So, ilan ba ang ibibigay nyo na input? Hindi ako nagbibilang na 5 or 3 or 2. Basta anything that you think will help our central office manage our department, that will also have effect somehow to our operation. Why not? We elevate it. Kasi kausap na natin ang mga main key players ng DepEd. So yan po. It will be an opportunity for us to raise the matter. So when are we going to expect your respective concerns? We expect that one that will be, we will collate that one this coming Friday. So that next DexeCom, we would already have top issues that we are going to include during the discussion with the secretary. Okay. So we will provide you the link, not this one, because this will be the link for our division once we provide the issues in the region. So we will provide a specific Google Drive for that after our meeting today. Okay, so who will do that? It will be Sheena Labaho. Shen, please take charge of that.
Noted, ma'am.
I am going to emphasize itong recently raised to our level, or my office to recommend, and for Sir Nelson to approve. Yung mga kampural, we really emphasize that it will be on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, depende na yan sa inyo. But the start of the activity would be after office hours. It will be 5 p.m. So, may nag-negotiate na 3 p.m. No, 5 p.m. tayo mag-start. Kasi alam mo, masyadong istikto talaga ang ating masyadong istikto ang ating top management. and not only in the region but also the national office. So we negotiate sa atin pong mga those who raise the matter, we start at 5. So pwede na siguro may preparation kayo at 3 or 4, pero you begin the show at 5. Basta mapicturean mo or whatever. Alam na natin yan. And then, for the back, as regards sa back ha, I was informed already by our back secretariat that our last facilitation of the back request will be first week of December. So beyond that, it will be very difficult for us to, shall we say, accommodate. So may I know from Raquel, tama ba Ma'am Raquel, first week of December?
Yes, ma'am. Correct po.
So first week of December. So I hope those that have still plans to process, please do it this week so that it will be facilitated and be processed. And as to our forthcoming activities, the participation of our SDS and yours truly and our division to the National Mancom, aside from the appreciation that we really give salute to the team of Ma'am Luna and also the Batu National High School with the leadership of Ma'am Sakay and also Ma'am Lailani Tingzon. Thank you very much. Ang atin pong contribute or shall we say participation will continue for the National Mancom that our 2 vehicles will be used. We have our van and also our pickup. That would be, shall we say, parang ito ay estimated naman na if it is 19, our estimated days that this will be used will be on December 16, 17, 18, 19. 4 na araw po siya. So those that have request for the use of the van or use of the pickup, kasi may mga request na mga ganyan, that will be facilitated before 16. Make sure na hindi po siya magpo-fall sa 16, 17, 18, 19. Kasi yan pong 4 na araw na yan ay gagamitin po siya to assist the regional office in the fetching and also delivery of all our guests. So I think that would be all. Ashen, meron pa palang last yun, no? Ito ay reminders lang sa lahat, no? Reminder sa lahat yung nagpa-file na ng authority to travel. Ang atin pong authority to travel, ipapakita natin siya. Ito ay based on our Regional Memorandum number 66 Series 2022. Ito naman ay reminder sa atin kasi nag-assign ako ng authority to travel bisag unsa naman like format, no? So, Shen, paki-show daw Shen be, baka hindi natin na ano, no? Ito ay on official, pag ito ay official travel, ito yun ang format. Yan. Official travel yan. Yan ang format. Next, Shen. Ito naman ay personal. Ito ay pag personal ang travel mo. Yan siya. And then, ang last Shen, ito ang locator slip. Ayan. So, huwag tayong mawala ha. Meron pong official travel na format at meron pong personal. So, yung iba, hindi ko na sinainan yung yung mga nag-personal ang kanyang format tapos official travel. So, you have to repeat on that kasi effective na yun ating memorandum. Tapos, ang atin pong mga signatories nandun na rin sa I think third page of this memorandum. So nakalagay talaga very specific who are those to sign. No? So we are reminding you this because we are signing official documents. So if we are signing official document, we are also parang making it according to our standards. Okay, so I think that would be all. Thank you very much.
additional about travel, we receive here request no from our personnel to travel abroad. Remember, when you travel abroad, that needs approval now of the regional director instead of you seek dancing and before is about you see USIC, sino ba yung nag-approve noon? Basta USIC, central office. It reached central office before, but now it's not anymore. It's the regional director. But the regional director reminded us that when he travel abroad, it must reach his office at least 10 days yan. No? 10 days. Hindi yung actual day aabot sa kanyang office. Nya, dali-dalion daw nato siya, nya wala siya diha. Because I observed this time, I've received request pa to travel abroad. Mag-travel na siya December 1. Ang isa December 5. I routed it to the personnel. Kung natanggap mo na yon, Dr. Carbos, yung mga ganun na travel from our personnel, parang from Matanao District yung iba, ang iba. Basta, we cannot endorse if that is the kind of travel that our personnel will have. Nya, very hectic na ang schedule. Will be reprimanded by our regional director kung ganyan lang talaga ang mangyayari. Na apiki na jud ang iyang travel. So I routed it to your office, Dr. Carbos, as to appropriate action. Na if possible, if that is really the travel of our personnel abroad, it must reach his office within this week. Kung mo travel siya o next week. Pero katong one na ang travel, di na siya pwede. No? Kay this week naman, nato na dawat. So yan, very particular tayo with the days, although the days are already reduced. Unlike before, na it reached central office, mga 30 days or more ang required number of days. But this time, it's reduced. But if possible, it must be 5 to 10 days andun na sa office ng regional director. Because if it is less than, we will not endorse that one anymore. Okay, that's it.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Janet Veloso. Thank you also, Sir Nelson. At this time, shall we proceed with the updates coming from the Office of CID? May I ask po from the representative? Let's welcome po Ma'am Cherilyn Cometa.
Good afternoon, Sir Nelson, is our SBS, and Ma'am Janet Veloso, our ESDS. I'm attending Convergence in Rich Hotel, but I am going to give you some updates of the CID. Regarding the PISA-like test, we are now on our training of the PISA-like test in all subject areas in Vegas World, Vigo City. And so we have started last Saturday and Sunday, and we will continue that next Saturday and another 2 Sundays. So we have still 3 more days for our conduct of training of the PISA-like test. Another, with regards to the learning recovery, we have already collected the learning proficiencies of the different districts, but we are planning to have it on by subject area. So by next grading period, we will have TOS per subject area. That is also one of the programs of the CLMD Region 11. And so all the supervisors are now given the task to submit TOS to the regional office in some areas. And so by that, we will be able to have the learning recovery of what really the status of our students in our different schools. So that is on my update on the CID. So the rest will be given by our other supervisors. Thank you and good afternoon again.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Che. And now, shall we proceed with the updates coming from the LR? Let's welcome our LR Focal, Sir Christopher P. Felipe.
Okay, good afternoon. Magarbuhong Davao del Sur sa tanan.
Maanyag na paraiso na, uy.
Di, lain po itong maanyag na paraiso. Sumpay, may gugmaong Davao del Sur daw, maanyag na paraiso. Mga nakasulat sa ilang sinina ganina sa likod. Allow me to share my screen. Is my screen na po, Shen? Sheena.
Ay, nakakagi-present, sir, pero dili visible.
Wala pa ni gawas?
Black screen, sir. Black screen.
Mano man nag-black screen man? Kamisa daw. Stop sharing. Ana?
Okay na
Yes,
po.
sir.
Okay
Naanap
na? Okay na, Shane?
Yes, sir. Pero wala pa siya naka-full screen, sir.
Kana, full screen na.
Yes po. Okay na, sir.
Okay. So good afternoon. For my part, is not only the LR but other tasks given to me by the ESDS. So first, I would like to provide an update on the e-governance system. Based on our last DexeCom, we submit our recommendation and suggestions. So we have this one to establish a central platform for information and communication and venture for a better platform provider and system. So at this point po, yesterday we had our meeting with Ariel and Rainmar, and we are trying to look for, or we are working for a non-monetary website, and that is the utilization of Google site. So at this time po, we establish this link, the sites.google.com/deped.gov.ph/division of Davao del Sur as one of the trial or sample website to be worked on for by next year for our non-monetary website po. Kumbaga wala po tayong subscription. So the fact you can visit this one pero wala pa na siya unod, pero we already provide some menus on this. Another recommendation is a continuous utilization of Facebook page, chat groups, and the like as a springboard. The content is just a teaser and the details will be in the central platform, and that is our website. And update and strengthen the division website. So for this, we are now on the process of crafting or drafting the division policy. And once the top management will decide on how the website will be hosted, it will be hosted through through subscription or through non-monetary website. So once this will be finalized with the top management, then we will also finalize the division policy on this matter. The third one is establish a centralized calendar of activities which is accessible to all, from top management, program owner, clientele, and others. So starting December 2022, we will provide form by section to be filled up by the section head or any duly representative or trusted representative of the section head to put entry on the form provided and filled up all the activities that the proposed activities to be conducted starting December 2022. So Rainmar will go to you. I think if Rainmar already provide you the form, so please fill up per day po. Then after filling it up, please return it sa IT office because the IT will implement or will encode that one in our one Google Calendar or one calendar. So this is the sample of our form, title of the event. You write the title of the event, then the brief description of event. So what is this all about? When? What will be the time, the venue, and who are the person involved with the event? Then it should be properly signed by the program owner or end user, and it will be endorsed to the IT office for the posting in our calendar. So through that calendar, so all of us through the site that we provided and even in the website, existing website, you will see there the different activities in the whole month of December. So this will para po the overlapping of activities and other things po ma-address na po na problem or issue. So that is for our governance under the calendar. For the PISA Light Test Banking and Online Testing, as what our Chief Ma'am Che mentioned, we are still ongoing pa po yung crafting and developing of PISA Light Test. So we provide the drive or our repository initially where all the PISA Light tests will be stored in this in this link, no, tinyurl.com/pisabank2022. So from this po, we will work for a system and capture all the data, all the tests or assessment or the PISA Light test in this Google Drive. So all the education program supervisors of each learning area will download their PISA Light test in this particular drive. For the learning resource management section updates, so we still have the finalization of the digitized materials for the reading, writing, and arithmetic on December 10 and 11 at Crisbel Crown Center. So advise the participants of the context of the digitization team to bring their laptops and extension wire. For the Huawei tablet recipient schools of batch 1 and 2, so please inform them to get, or they will have additional tablet, and this is for the teacher advisor po. They will receive one tablet sa batch 1 and 2 na memorandum. Then they will also additional from the tablet is the SD cards to be put po sa tablet sa mga bata and sa teacher advisor. For the batch 3, we already included or allocated one tablet for the teacher advisor. We already add one for that, for the batch 3. No? So again, inform them to get their tablets by December 1 or 2, this Thursday and Friday at the office of the supply officer. Then we will have our virtual meeting with LR coordinator in our GC, the district LR coordinators and the secondary LR coordinators. For the science and math equipment, for 16 identified schools, for the bidding po, it was failed 2 times already due to the reason and no takers. And I'm waiting for the decision of the Bids and Awards Committee on what will be the next step after the 2 failed bidding of our science and math equipment. And lastly po, last week, we celebrated the National Book Week culmination, National Book Week. Thank you for the support of all the schools who posted the tarpaulin, conducted reading, and other activities in relation to National Book Week celebration. And last Saturday, November 26, we culminate it with a Zumba for a cause or Sumbuk. So for all those who participate, thank you so much. And we have a very fruitful and enjoyable day on the last Saturday. Daghan kayong salamat sa mga nanghatag sa papremyo, no? So and the proceeds of the said donation of learning resources will be in Magsaysay, in the district of Sir Jaime, no? And with this, probably we will refer it to the top management, the 3 identified school to choose one po, yung na-displace po sa Magsaysay North na eskwelahan. Kato po ang muragi propose namo for the recipient school for the said proceeds po. And that will be for the pamaskong handog para sa mga bata. We will have, aside from the proceeds, we will have the food for our learners, no, during that day. And the proposed date will be on December 13, 2022. For LND, so ongoing po yung manual sa development, and we are very much happy for the announcement of our ASDS that this Friday there will be a benchmarking and orientation of the systems of the Prime HRM of Digo City Division. Thank you so much for that that initiative, Ma'am Biloso. And the last, the DepEd Manual of Styles as instruction by our ASDS. This is DepEd Order number 30, series of 2029. So the division issued a division memorandum number
2019 thing, hindi 2009.
2019, ma'am. Akong 2009 ako na istorya. 2019.
2009.
I stand corrected po. Thank you, boss. So, Division Memorandum SDOD number 002, series of 2022, reiteration of the strict compliance to the use of the Department of Educational Manual po. So, Manual of Style. So, based on this Division Memorandum, the reference is the DepEd Memorandum number 82, date, series of 2022, dated September 7. And this is what it is stated na the Department of Education through the Public Affairs Service and Publication has developed the DepEd Manual of Style or DMOS based on DepEd Order number 30, series of 2019 to produce a unified look in all DepEd communications and publications. The department shall enforce the aforementioned DepEd Order to ensure the clarity, completeness of information, conciseness, and consistency in spelling, grammar, punctuation, hyphenation, capitalization, typeface, and abbreviation in all DepEd official documents. And in relation thereto, the DepEd officials and personnel at the Central, Regional Schools Division, district offices, and schools are hereby instructed to strictly adhere to the required styling and formatting of DepEd official issuances in accordance with the provisions of Appendix 5 of the DepEd Manual of Style or DMOS. And these are the DepEd Order on page 63, Office Order page 70, Memorandum with Limited Application page 68, DepEd Memorandum page 66, Office Memorandum page 72, and Advisory of page 74. For letters and official communication, all offices shall strictly use the block letter format, which is provided for in page 76 of DMOS under Appendix 5. Additionally, the following guidelines for these contents issuances, letters, and communications shall apply. Font style will be Bookman Old Style. And the font size is 4.11 or 11 point. So all personnel of this department are also reminded that administrative disciplinary action and other legal remedies may be initiated against anyone found responsible for violating any provision in this order. Signed by our Vice President and Secretary Zara Z. Duterte. So, in line with this, in our division, we issued a template para po guided na po ang any division personnel in crafting the division memorandum. So, if you observe sa letter po at first division memorandum, then we have already CID. So, there will be 3 categories na lang po ang makikita ninyo dito. It will be CID, SGOD, and OSDS. That is where the memo originates. So, diri na to makitaan kung asa gikan ang memo. CID, SGOD, or OSDS. Pag wala pong functional division, the division memorandum, wala pong CID, SGOD, that means that that particular memorandum is a policy-related memorandum. So, yun po yung mga kaibahan. Pag wala pong CID, SGOD, or OSDS, diretso na po division memorandum number blah, 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 series of blah, blah, blah. Then it is a policy-related memorandum. Aside from policy-related, may source na po na CID, SGOD, or OSDS. So ito na po yun. Then for the district po, we will provide you the soft copy in our GC in this particular template para po once you issue a memorandum from district to your school, guided na po tayo. So we will just send you the said template for this. So that's all for my part. Thank you po and mabuhay. God bless.
Hazel Dasilio is raising her hand.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Sir Tuping, I just would like to clarify regarding the decoding or numbering of the issuances of our office memorandum. Kinsa ba ang allow na magbutang sa number, Sir Tuping?
Each functional division will have its own control on the numbering of the said memorandum. So, for example, for the CID, it will start from 1 until hantod kanusa. Another set of SGOD, pwede sila magsugod po sila sa 1 hangtod pila. Same with OSDS. So, each functional division will assign a personnel to number or to control the number of the issuances of each functional division. But for the policy-related memorandum, that will be under the office of the schools division superintendent.
Sir Tuping, i-clarify ko lang po. So, ano ng function po sa records? I think records section is authorized to put the numbering, and may logbook po sila for OSDS, CID, and SGOD. Same with the wide dissemination of division memorandum.
I think for this, Ma'am Hazel, the records will be given the official numbered memorandum from the functional division for record purposes and for dissemination purposes. So mo record lang gihapon sila, pero ang number manggo dito na gyud sa matag functional division.
So meaning, Sir Tuping, Ang sa records na function na lang is ang division-wide na
Atong division-wide policy.
So, no more yung mga division order, yung other mga numbering po. Kay, dati naman tayo division order, division memorandum, office order. So,
and the fact, based on our orientation, ang division is only allowed for division memorandum. The fact, wala ganita, dili na ganita makaano og unsay tawag ani, advisory. All will be in the form of division memorandum. The order is only entitled for the central office. Murag ang ingana ang ano nila sa orientation sa knowledge management team. But we will just try to clarify these things din po. Okay, we still have the division order, office order, maraming ana bitaw.
Okay, para ma-clarify bitaw, Sir Tuping, kay labi na sa mo sa mga by units sa OSDS, ma-clarify, and then kinsa pod ang muhawak gyud sa sa logbook para makuan ang iyang number nga dili gani magkapariha.
Mao ganit akong giingon na matag functional division pag dili policy related.
Oo, yes, Sir Tuping. So, natin issuance ana kung kinsay mag-handle sa by functional division sa numbering po.
Yes po. And the fact, I would like to request from the top management if we can have an orientation, hopefully, for the each functional office. Okay lang po ba, Sir Nelson?
Yes. Okay, regarding that, itong numbering, because we've already started numbering our division memorandums, mga policies natin, so we have then emphasized yet as to where it emanates, talaga sa memorandum. So that one can be started this January na, Mr. Filipino. Itong numbering.
Yes.
Confusing naman.
Yes, so, sir.
Pero I would like to emphasize in the field, effective immediately na talaga itong using the proper font style and size in all the communications that we receive from the field and the communication that we will also send to concerned offices. Katulad ng mga endorsement from the HR, letters from the field requesting for something, queries, yung mga activity designs. I'm congratulating some of our personnel in the division who are already complying this one. Compliant na ang ating mga personnel dahil they are already using the font style, itong bookmark font style. Pero itong 11 talaga, sometimes we will adjust the font size, no? Kasi may mga activity style, mga designs that really need to be adjusted. Talagang i-adjust mo yan because ma-reduce mo talaga if it is really needed. But if it is communication that we need to send to the region, to central office, our reply to 888 or civil service, we need to comply with the proper font and size. At sa field naman, lahat ng inyong mga communication to the division need also to be in adherence to this manual of style. Okay?
Correct. Thank you so much, sir.
Sir, we have a query from Flor Alcosare.
I ask question, query.
Sir Tuping, good afternoon. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Pwede ka?
Yes. Yes, Ma'am Floran.
Yes, Sir Tuping. Sir, regarding the release of the additional tablets for the advisor, so anytime on December 1 and 2?
Yes po.
Then to be taken by the school heads?
Yes po.
Okay. Sir, meron din ako sir ba? Kasi ito sir ba, itong issue, matagal na itong parang question sa mga PSDS since you have discussed about the issuance of memorandum. kami ba sa mga PSDSS po or sa district office, are we really authorized to issue memorandum? Kasi may nag-question kasi isa sa mga district heads on that, and kami din, we've been issuing memoranda to the schools, but meron ding mga doubts na talagang authorized pa kami to issue memorandum.
Sir Nelson?
A school principal can even issue a memorandum to the teacher, particularly if there are teachers that are having problem with their attendance, to compliance, to different reports. You can also issue memorandum to your level. So lalo na mga district supervisor, you can issue memorandum to your school heads. So ito, kasi that is one way also of our way of communicating man, di ba? Communicating to our personnel. At saka, reminder ko pala talaga itong kapag if it is endorsement that comes from higher offices, yeah, we are forwarding that endorsement to you. Kasi itong endorsement is another also way of sending communication to the field. So if it is endorsement, take note of the latest of the current endorsement number which you are receiving. Because once you receive an endorsement, you need also to reply to the division or to any other offices giving you the endorsement with the same endorsement, but with another number, and ensure that the basic communication, if you are receiving endorsement number 3 or number 4, ensure that itong mga attachment are intact. When you return that one to the division office, it is already in increasing endorsement number with all the attachments. Naintindihan ba natin ito? Kasi minsan, endorsement ang aming ibinigay sa field, hindi na naibalik. They are replying already letters na nawala na. Why are they replying us with this and we do not know already the background? Kasi ang endorsement is very important dahil maganda itong endorsement. Why? It's because nandoon ang basic communication. For as long as you will not detach the basic communications which are being attached.
Thank you po, sir. Noted.
No problem with issuing memorandum to our personnel dahil entitled talaga. Authorized talaga tayo mag-issue ng memorandum. But
thank you, sir, for
also study also how to make memorandum para sa mga personnel. May maraming mga format, no? Maraming mga format na memorandum coming from central, region, and division. Pwede natin i-pattern ang ating mga memorandum.
Hello, Sir Nelson.
Oh, yes, Sir Agents.
Can I say something, sir?
Why not?
Okay, thank you, sir. I would like to say something of my observation with regards to the posting of memorandum, sir. Medyo, pwede ba, sir, na mabalik na to ang last time practice natin wherein there is a number and after that the title of the memorandum, because as of now, we always read the posting of memorandum through, like for example, SBM, the number, series number. Mas nindot man ko before, sir, because we can read immediately
the title of the activity or the memorandum, no? Kasi take note with that, Dr. Veloso, take note, no, in guiding our personnel who will be posting the memorandum to the website.
Title, mahimo. Kung okay lang.
May title. Review natin
yes,
ano
sir,
pala
we will
talaga
look into that. Yes, we will look into that. And then,
review natin.
once we are going to, ganito na lang, para mag-add talaga sa ating cohesion, aside from posting the right subject, no, we are also including that one sa ating group blast na email. Kumbaga, sir, once a memorandum is published on our website, directly it will also be generated as email to the concerned PSDS and school heads. So lahat may alam. Kung hindi mo makita sa website, nandun sa email mo. Is that okay?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Mas maganda yun. Sige, we will do that para mas mapalawak natin ang cohesion natin.
Okay,
thank
salamat,
you.
ma'am. Thank you.
So I think there are no queries, Shen. Give back the virtual floor to Shena. Thank you po.
Thank you very much, Sir Tuping. And now, I think Sir Eric Tubat is not around for the ALS update. Shall we proceed with the PSDS and DPIC's concern? Let's welcome our PSDS Ma'am Flor Andy Cosare.
Yes, Chen, good afternoon. Sir Nelson and Ma'am Janet, good afternoon. For the PSDS updates, we agreed to take turns reporting our accomplishments, our activities, covering all the 15 districts. So for this afternoon, I am giving Ma'am Emmeline Raquel for the PSDS updates.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Ann. To our SDS, Sir Nelson Lopez, to our ASDS, Ma'am Janet Veloso, everyone, good afternoon. And so for the updates as to the activities conducted for the past week and for this week, so last week, as per schedule, we implemented the conduct of the localized early grade numeracy assessment, or LEGNA. So that was for the whole week. And for this week, we are preparing for the consolidation of the reports consolidated from the different schools. And Ayuste provided us with a link as to where we can have the report, consolidated report per district. And for this week, we know that for this month of November, we celebrate the reading month. And as per suggested activities, this week is scheduled for the culmination of the reading month. And most of the schools in the different districts have conducted their culminating activity, the classroom-based activity, and some of the schools were able to invite stakeholders to serve as storytellers. And this is anchored on the emphasis on the development of the love for reading for our learners. And there are also schools which launched Donate a Book program, and many schools were able to also receive donations, mga storybooks from our partners, our stakeholders. And so that's all for our activities in the different districts. And I just would like also to give update. For last week, I was sent to as a representative in the finalization of the ongoing crafting of the certification of learning facilitators by NAYAP. And I just would like to parang in advance lang, for advance info, that there would be a policy guideline regarding the process, the qualification standards for the would-be learning facilitators. And they have that schedule, hopefully by the early part of 2023. And some of the qualification standards mentioned there, parang part of the revision or modification of the previous, that the emphasis on parang ang pinaka basic requirement for a teacher or non-teaching personnel to be nominated as a learning facilitator to undergo the certification process is at least a full-fledged master's degree holder. Parang talaga, graduate ng MA. And may mga ano pa doon. So, though may mga propose na mga ano doon, pero hindi ko pa yun masabi kasi that would be subject for approval pa from the top management. So, but one of the processes na mentioned there na parang para talaga magiging marami talagang magiging certified learning facilitators is yung talagang ang division office, starting from the division office, is talagang ma-establish yung mechanism also on the selection, that it should be aligned with the to be issued policy guideline for the selection of the learning facilitators. And the division is really encouraged, all the division offices is encouraged to come up with a number of mga nominees para talagang to ensure na marami din ang magiging members na magiging part of the pool of learning facilitators. Because eventually, parang kasabay kasi nito yung mga policy making na naman ng yung mga programs for professional development ng mga SDOs and regional offices should be recognized by NAIAP so that this can already serve as parang yung requirement ng PRC for renewal. So parang ma-align na lahat, na not necessarily na lahat galing sa national level or regional level, but lahat dapat ng mga learning and development activities should already be accredited. And one of the requirements there is that the facilitator should be certified facilitator. Yan lang po. Thank you po.
Thank you, Ma'am Emeline Raquel. And now, shall we proceed with the office of the SGOD? Since our chief is not around, he is currently attending a hearing. May I ask Sir Kirk Eruela, sir, would you like to give updates from the SGOD?
Shen, bago
Yes,
ang
ma'am.
reminder ito sa mga chiefs, whenever you are not around in the office, siguro Sir Nelson, parang okay lang sa kanila umaalis na wala po silang ina-assign na OIC. Parang that is not a good practice, no, for Davao del Sur na umaalis tayo at wala tayong officer in charge.
So we
So I
need to
think it's
issue
mandatory.
a memorandum to that, Super Veloso.
Yes.
Reminding them.
We will issue a memorandum to that, reminding all those that are holding office, like our chiefs, no, umaalis, no, nawala ng OIC. We will remind you on that because it's very important that wherever you are, or even if you're not around, the operation of the office is not hampered.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Noted po.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shane. And thank you for the reminder, Doc Janet. So since our chief is in Capitol attending, wait mo na mama, nag-feedback. So since our chief is in Capitol, attending an activity there, and also our education program specialist next to our chief is also attending an activity relative to the Brigada Eskwela validation. So please allow me to, this is not an update, but this is more on notification or announcement of the forthcoming activities organized or sponsored by SGOD, Davao del Sur Division. On tomorrow, our SBFP focal person in the person of Ma'am Jenny Awe is bound for Manila Central Office since she will be attending the workshop for or on SBFP roadmap at Central Office. And still relative to SBFP, on December 9 this year, there will be SBFP planning workshop with the nurses in the division. And on December 17, 2022, there will be the SBFP EIR together with the district supervisors, nurses, the drop off point school heads, and drop off point focal persons. And on November 30, that is tomorrow, Sir Neil Jan Audan is also organizing the National Youth Day at Malalag Gymnasium. And on December 1 to 2, there will also be youth formation workshop to be attended by SGOD personnel, and there are also 4 invited personnel from HR office. And on December 3, that is Saturday, there will be an International Research Congress of Davao del Sur Division, sponsored by Davao del Sur Division. So I would like to announce to the attendees, as per stipulated in the memorandum, that our attire will be formal or corporate attire. And it is hybrid, so it will be streamed on Facebook or in YouTube. At the same time, it is in person. Hence, we will be accommodating our international speakers through Google platform or Google Meet platform from Brazil, Thailand, and Malaysia. And I think that's all for SGOT Shin. Back to you, Shin. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Kerr. For the updates on our big ticket deliverables, most of our prime HR and focal person are currently attending equally important endeavors. However, the rewards and recognition, Sir Ruben Asan, he also notified po na ang mga winners ng Eagle at Agila kay na post na po sa group chat sa mga PSDS. Moving forward, shall we proceed with the updates coming from our OSDS heads of sections? Shall we start from the cashier office? Ma'am Hazel B. Dasilio. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Chief. Good afternoon to our SDS, Renelson, Ma'am Janet. Good afternoon. And to all present in this virtual platform, good afternoon. From the cashier section, we have no updates, but it's just an information and asking for help to those PSDS who are present. Still in my custody are the cash advance prize for the World Teachers Day raffle draw. Still, there are 10 teachers who are not yet claimed their 500 pesos. To name with, we have from Matanao National High School, Ma'am Chona G. Dudasa. We have also from Dugang Pikong Elementary School, Annalisa Lauda. We have from Bangkal Elementary School, Ma'am Ruby Mingong. From Barayong National High School, Mr. Deo Bingil. We have from Inawayan National High School, Ma'am Arnalyn Cris Miano. From Agripina Elementary School, Disa Balandra and Michelle Fe Shoriaga. We have also from Kiblawan Central Elementary School, Ma'am Maridel Labente. From Kiblawan South, Ma'am Lai Tambia. And from GRS School of Bansalan, amounting to 1,500. So, I request to help those personnel who are not yet claimed to claim their cash prize worth 500 pesos at the cashier section. I think that's all. Thank you very much and good afternoon.
Thank you, Ma'am Hazel.
Yes, yes, Ma'am Custodio. Sorry, raise.
Hello, Ma'am. Good
Yes,
afternoon.
ma'am.
Ma'am, at Lyle Tamba is under Governor Nonito Llanos. Tapos, considering that our bridges na disconnect na, ma'am, layo na jud kaayo sila i-travel. Pwede ba authorization na lang, ma'am? I-authorize na mo among ADAS?
Yes, ma'am. Please mag-submit lang silang authorization letter and photocopy of their ID po with specimen signature.
Okay,
So,
ma'am. Copy. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Kay, kuwang rasa mong pakyaw sa motor.
Kani, ma'am. Mahurot na lang 500. Makulang pa yun sa pili.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir, Tuping. I see you're raising
Ano lang di ay, nakalimot ko ganina. FYI lang po, district heads, secondary, district heads, we started distributing the printer, bond paper, and ink po for your extension schools in secondary. No? Nagsugod na sila sa Romeo og hatod sa maong supplies po. I think until Friday sila maghinaturay sa tanang extension schools. So, kana lang, nakalimot ko kaganina.
Sir Tuping, may we know the schools?
Extension schools ninyo nga high school, Ma'am Floran. Example sa mga tinuntungan.
Yes. Okay. So, you have to dito? You have to dila?
Sila ganina.
Okay po. Thank you.
Bali, printer, ink, o bond papers po.
Thank you po.
Welcome.
Yes po, Ma'am Hazel, Luna.
Naapa ta? Or na-dislodge ta?
Naa pa, Ma'am. Sir Tuping?
Naku, Ma'am She. Katula ko announcement.
Ay, sir.
Reminders lang di, additional. Madunggan pa mi dire.
Yes po, sir.
Klaro kayo, sir.
Sige ha. Reminders to the schools who are conducting school level activities like scouting or other trainings, school-based, or sometimes district, if it is district, na it's not necessary to include the SDS as signatory of your certificate. If it is not initiated by the division office, then the signature is not, the signatory of the certificate is not the SDS, but is the one who organizes the activity. So with the school level, kung school level lang yun, purely ang highest official to sign there is the school principal. But if it's collaborative efforts, many schools under the district, so pwede si district supervisor with the school heads, ganon. We are, the SDS is excluded already because we are not the ones organizing your activity. You're not the ones implementing the activity. But like what will happen tomorrow at Malalag, so it is a division level activity. SDS is the signatory of the certificate of participation, and also with that of this is sa December 3. Basta division ang mag-initiate. Pero kayo lang, do not include the SDS because the certificates will just be returned to your end. So is it understood? Yun lang.
Noted, Sir Nelson. Thank you po. Sir Tuping? Sir Tuping, excuse me po.
Tapos na si Sir Tuping, Shen.
Sir, Ma'am Hazel Luna has query po addressed to Sir Tuping.
Okay.
Kinsa, che.
May query po si Ma'am Hazel Luna, sir.
Sige po. Pamainit da.
Dr. Lona, where are you? Proceed na lang, Shen. Parang na-disconnect siguro si Dr. Lona.
Sir, marinig po namin si Ma'am Hazel Luna, sir.
Ay, ako rin yung wakadungog ani. Sige na lang.
Sir Tuping.
Wow, ko kadungog very good.
Dili po ni kadungog siya.
Dili po ni kadungog siya.
Ang
yes, dili ni kadungog.
Oh, ha? Ikaw
Dili
Mr.
kadungog, sir. Siya na lang nakadungog.
I-PM na lang daw ni Ma'am Hazel Luna kay Sir Tuping po.
Ay, at least, dili kay ako ray, wa kadungog, daghan.
Daghan di ay mo, sir. Opo. Thank you, Ma'am Hazel. Thank you, Sir Tuping, Sir Nelson. Shall we proceed po to the next office? Let's hear updates coming from Finance. Let's welcome Ma'am Christine Luis M. Estribor.
Thank you, Sheen. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me share my screen. Makita na siya, Sheen?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So, good afternoon once again. I will just reiterate the memorandum OUF 2022 series of 672 with the subject of clarification on the validity of FY 2021 GAA funds. So for cash budgeting system appropriations authorized in this act, including the budgetary support to GOCCs and financial assistance to LGU, shall be available for release and obligation for the purpose specified under the same general and special provisions applicable thereto until December 31, 2022. Likewise, construction of infrastructure projects, delivery of goods and services, inspection and payment shall be made not later than December 31, 2022. This is further reiterated in the Department of Budget and Management National Budget Circular number 587 that the appropriation items authorized under Republic Act 11518 for MOOE and CO are valid for release, obligation, and disbursement until December 31, 2022. In compliance with the above provisions, the finance strand may only accept and process valid claims, meaning valid claims, complete, tama ang iyang amount, and na ang mga signatories tanan. So kung kulang siya, di na mo siya dawaton for payment chargeable to FY 2021 funds for delivered goods and services infrastructure projects until December 31, 2022. So tanan nga na ay kwarta na nabilin sa FY 2021, dapat mabayaran, mahatod siya, completed iyang project, tapos ma-deliver, ma-obligate, and mabayaran siya before December 31, 2022. So, ang giingon diri, this office does not recommend the commencement or continuation of ongoing procurement of projects charged against the FY 2021 funds which may no longer be awarded, obligated, delivered, and paid before December 31, 2022. So if makita na to na apiki na siya, di na lang na to siya ipadayon kay di man pud gyapon na mo siya mabayaran. So katong mga naapay kwarta na nabilin diha, kung gusto ninyo siya nga mabayaran, dapat mabayaran na to siya on or before December 31, 2022. So holiday man December 31, sa last week na jud na siya sa December dapat na paid gid siya as in na jud siya check eh. So mao lang to siya ang sa FY 2021 nga clarification. So next is for the Division Memorandum number 889, deadline of financial transaction in preparation for the closing of books for CY 2022. So moderation na ko diri sa letter E. So this is just a reminder that the last day for the final downloading of school MOE cash advance is on December 9, 2022. For the reimbursement of communication and travel for November, for the month of November is on December 9. Submission of claims for salary differential, loyalty pay, maternity leave, benefits, and other personal services is on December 9, 2022. Submission for payment of supplies and materials delivered, catering for trainings conducted, and other MOO expenses, December 9, 2022. So for the obligation of expenses to be charged with the current period, meaning ang pasabot ani letter J is mga expenses na to sa December. So if ma-advise na mo ang tanan ng mga reimbursement sa travel, reimbursement sa ato ang communication nga for the month of December, if gusto mo nga mabayaran within the December, inyo dapang masubmit on or before December 21, 2022. So wala naman gyud tay mga lakaw kay naaman tay PIR from December 19 to 23. So malihok na ninyo ang inyong mga expenses. So if malapas mo og submit na day, ipin na siya, accounts payable na siya, mahulog ang inyong mga claims, and next year na gid siya mabayaran. Depende siya kung naabay available na kwarta for the current fund or magwait ta sa kwarta for the accounts payable. So usab ang inyong mga travel or mga communications need niyo masubmit sa budget office on or before December 21 para kung gusto niyo mabayaran within this month. So transactions recorded as accounts payable will be paid in the following year after satisfying those obligations programmed to be paid during the month as reflected in the approved monthly disbursement program or upon receipt of the notice of cash allocation intended for the payment of accounts payable. So, dili mi ninyo mapugos na kanang magbayaran na mo ang katong mga accounts payable kay kanang maghulat man kita sa kwarta na intended for accounts payable, maliban na lang if natay sobra na kwarta sa atong current nga funding. Pero among gina-priority jud ana sa current na funding isang salary nato og salary sa mga salary na accounts payable. So expenses related to CY 2022 should be obligated within the year. This office will not assume responsibility of the expenses incurred but documents were not submitted to the budget section for obligation. So separate ni ang FY 2022 dapat na to masubmit for accounts payable kaning diri sa December 26, 2022. Ang katong kani siya pwede pa nato mabayaran pa sa mga record of accounts payable. Pero katong sa FY 2021, whether di na gid siya pwede nato nga mabayaran malapas next year bisan pa siya ma-record as accounts payable. Kay ang nakabutang dito kaganina ang 2021 dapat paid na jud siya as of December 31, 2022. So, i-share na ko ang mga wala pa nato na lihok na mga so mao ni siya ang mga unpaid pa as of 11/29/2022. So wala pa gid ni kabalog asan yan na mga documents o unsay nahitabuan ni na mga documents. So 70 ni sila kabuok. So reminders lang sa mga focal person na kung dili ni ma-record as accounts payable, wala na gyud mi mabuhat ani next year. So first item is ang kaning requisitioner si Sir Mario Mendihar relative to the 2022 Earth Day National Celebration. PO number 2022-045-04055. Ang atong supplier is a Mini Clean Business Solution. Ang PO amount is 15,270. Sunod is kaning PR number 04091. Ang requisitioner si Ma'am Veloso for the first quarter janitorial and other supplies for SDO utilization. Ang nadaog is Paper Ink Enterprise amounting to 27,000. Sunod, kaning sa school-based feeding program excess fund utilization, requisitioner si Sir Mario, ang nadaog is Paragon. School-based feeding program excess fund, ang nadaog is Paragon gihapon. And then kaning sunod is ang for reimbursement, requisitioner si Ma'am Janet Veloso, Super Value INC. Wala gihapon na abot ang docs dinhi sa mo for payment. Sunod is kaning proposed fabrication of DepEd Division Road signage. So, ang requisitioner si Sir Mario Mandihar, ang nadaog is Bebcon Builders and Supply amounting 17,066.43. Sunod, ang kaning DCTech is ato maning always ginabayra no. So, sunod na pod is kaning requisitioner si Ma'am J. Veloso for Budget Office, DexeCom, amounting 62,500. Sunod, Ma'am Veloso, for SDO third quarter utilization, ang nakadaog mini clean business solution, PO number PO amount 13,372. Kaning sunod na pod, ang requisitioner is si Sir Mario Mandihar, catering for services for seminar workshop on the guidelines for the processing and issuances of special patents and titling of public school under RA 10023. Ang nakadaog is Lillian's Tasty Food amounting 8,000. Tapos sunod is ang kaning supply and delivery of SBFP commercial milk, Paragon, pati ang kaning NFP, Paragon amounting dagko pa jud siya 634,656 and 259,326.25. Sunod, si Ma'am Veloso ang requisitioner, ang job order for catering services for the conduct of the Division Madrasa Education Program, orientation of school heads, asatids, and live coordinator in the expanded new normal. We nakadaog Sky Garden amounting 88,000. Tapos, sunod is job order conduct of school-based feeding program year-end implementation review and awarding ceremony CY 2022. Ang nakadaog isang Arnaldos amounting 29,880,000. Tapos, network and ICT infrastructure for the main and LR building. So, LR building na atong is wala pa po siya nabayran, amounting to 520,000 PETSCA, Information Technology Solutions. Next, supply and delivery for school-based feeding program dental supplies. Ang nakadaog is OSM Meds Marketing amounting 49945. Sunod, provision of learning resources. First rebid. Requisitioner, si Ma'am Cometa. Ang is Mini Clean Business Solution, 510,000. Yes, Doc.
Good afternoon, Ma'am Kring. Ma'am
Yes,
Kring, kaning sa amo ang rental delivery installation of kaning ladwall namo kay dili ni siya division ni MOE.
Asa na?
Kana siya.
Kani siya? Ay, ano ni
Opo.
siya? OSEC ni siya. Kasi
Opo.
sa PO ba ang
ROP.
nabutang?
ROP
Kasi
something.
ang nabutang sa ano ba sa inyong PR ang nabutang kay kuan ROP pero pag abot sa PO nahimo siguro siyang division
Sige
na
lang, amo lang to i-send say niya. Si Sir Mario ang yung requisitioner.
Kani.
Sige, opo. Yan po, ma'am.
Ma'am Kring.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay. Lahat ito na ang summary sa hindi pa nabayaran.
Yes, ma'am. 70 ka buok as of November, November 29, 2022. Pero kaning uban, ma'am, is wala pa man ni ginakandak or currently nga ginakandak niya. I-remind lang nato, ma'am, nga i-process dahil ng papers kay kuan naman, basin
Abdan og accounts payable.
Abdan, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, ending ani, ma'am, kay kami na po ang yaw-yawan nga wala na kwarta niya. Sila pa man ang wala nakasubmit. So, magulat na po namin ina na siya kwarta.
Okay. So we will look into this and we will process this week. Yes.
Sige, ma'am. Wala pa ni appeal sa contract, ma'am. Kuan lang ni tanan PO.
kindly provide the copy of this to the back
Sige, ma'am.
secretariat so that we will apprise also the end users.
Ang uban ani ma'am kay na-deliver naman good sa ma'am na anay nakabutang diri sa mo ang monitoring ma'am ba nga delivered na. So unta after unta siya ma-deliver unya ma-inspect diretso na lang unta siya og ipadagan ang docs para dili na unta siya madugay ma'am. Kay trust ani ma'am una nay mga delivery na forward na sa supply tapos wala man pa man
So ang
gihapon
bottleneck ani na sa supply.
ang
Sa
kanilang
supply.
ang uban lang ma'am nga na ano lang kanang na-inspect pero ang uban nga wala na-inspect wala mi nakabalo kung nakandak ba siya or basta titiring di mi kabalo kay ma-move man gud na siya usahay ma'am nya ang program owners lang ang nakabalo kung nakandak ba or wala.
Okay. We will request at your end to summarize this by functional unit. Let's say CID lahat. SGOD lahat. And then OSDS lahat. So that once we are going to convene with our respective team, it will be facilitative if we are going to be speaking with the same unit. Kasi
Yes, ma'am.
mahirap na transfer. So,
Ma-filter na ko ni ma'am.
Yes. And we will have a thorough discussion on this sa lahat ng program owner kasi kahit na nakalagay dyan, Janet Veloso, huy, ang dami niyan na mga program owner under OSDS.
Yes,
So, baka isipin ng mga DSDS na ko, ang dami pala nirequest si Ma'am Veloso. So, isang na ito. Tatlo lang ang signatory sa end user. Si Mario, si Ma'am Che, at ako. Mario representing the SGOD, Ma'am Che, CID, and then OSDS ako. So, lahat ng kamada ng OSDS under sa akin. So, I want this parang na Ma'am Green, disaggregated siya nga by
Yes,
unit.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I-provide lang nako per ma'am per division. Yes, Doc.
Mrs. Estribor,
Yes, sir.
furnish also the SDS office once you have disaggregated all this data under the three divisions, no? So OSDS, CID, and STOD. Furnish also the division superintendent. For me also
Yes, sir.
to constantly monitor and even follow up as to the compliance of the documents.
Yes, sir po. Noted po. Doc.
Ma'am Kring, Ma'am Jenny has something to share po with regards sa mga procurement sa SBFP.
Sige, Doc.
Good afternoon, Sir Nelson, Ma'am Janet, and the rest of the team. Ma'am Kring, with regards sa payment sa Paragon, for the information lang po sa top management na nag-submit na po sila ng documents for payment. Ang problema, kulang yung attachments nila as to the inspection and acceptance report, of which napag-usapan namin na from the school, i-provide sila ng inspection and acceptance report, and I guess the schools already provided them, but then they fail to attach it during the payment. Tama ba, Ma'am Kring, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So, I think yun lang. Tapos, yun yung update from them. Last week, na-inform ko na sila, Ma'am Kring, until kanina, I'm trying to contact yung assigned person nila on this financial matter, but then wala pa rin sila nag-feedback sa akin with regards sa attachments IARs para sana makabigay ako sa kanila ng technical assistance kung anong kailangan nila para mabayaran na sila kasi yung for April nila na implementation parang 2021 funds yun, so dapat mabayaran na gid to kay na mga 500,000 ba gid kayo to, and the rest of the two activities na under sa SBFP funds will be conducted this coming December. So we will look into it lang, Ma'am Kring, na especially the PIR kasi December 17 tapos December 21 para dili siya ma-AP kay 2021 funds ba siya. I will lang, Ma'am Kring, from time to time ako alang iano ang Arnaldo's code.
Ma'am Jen, dili gid siya ingon ma-AP, Ma'am Jen, kay kung kung dili siya ma-paid kay dili gid na sila mabayaran jud Ma'am Jen kung
Dili gan
2021 na fund.
Oo, yes ma'am.
Unlike kung 2022 nga fund kay pwede pa siya ma-AP.
Yes ma'am Green. Buto na note na ko. Wala ko ng follow up. Thank you ma'am.
Sige Ma'am Jen. Ma'am Raquel, you're recognized.
Thank you, Ma'am Kring. With regards to the Madrasa Education Program orientation for school heads, na-move ang schedule, Ma'am Kring. It is currently conducted today and tomorrow. So rest assured, after the activity, the supporting documents for the liquidation of such fund will be forwarded to the supply and respectively to your office. Maybe within this week or next week, Ma'am Kring.
Sige Ma'am Rox, thank you. Ipa-note lang na ko Ma'am Rox, inig meeting na to para matabangan na to tanan kung unsa to'y dapat tabangan.
All right. Thank you, Ma'am Kring.
Thank you.
Mrs. Estribor,
Yes, sir.
this activity under Neil Odan about National Earth Day celebration, this was conducted last April pa. April pa man di ba?
April pa sir niya. Na ay naka-note diri sir na return to and Audan load card exceeded the allowable amount of 500 tapos wala na may kabalo sir o unsay nahitabo. Dito ba may taman? Wala na may action, wala naman siya verification, may obligation, inspection, and disbursement. Para kung makabalo mi unsay nahitabuan ni sir, amo na po siyang matanggal diri sa among monitoring.
Ang focal person need to needs us provide us mga justification as update and status on these transactions, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Kaya I need also copies, no? For me also to personally follow up this one to all focal persons.
Sige, sir. Maghatag ko, sir. So, mao lang to for finance office. Maayong hapon.
Thank you, Ma'am Christine. Moving forward, for the updates from the HR office, let's welcome once again Dr. Raquel Carbos to do the honor.
Thank you, Ma'am Labajo. Afternoon greetings to one and all. With regards to the HR updates, particularly on the preparation for the implementation of the payroll system, the HR, specifically the payroll unit, is currently preparing for the implementation or the pilot testing for the payroll system this coming January 2023. Of course, we are also currently revising our flowchart as per information or recommendation of the RO validators. But rest assured, the recommendation for the transaction windows or counters are currently being implemented. We have just concluded with the procurement of the remodeling or the construction of transaction counters for the whole of the admin section from door 1 up until the last door of the admin office as per suggestion of the RO validators. And for the recruitment process, we are currently assessing the documents for the senior high school teacher 1 and teacher 2 applicants along with the other promotion items like the P1 and the head teachers, the special education positions, and the like. And we will be targeting that the recruitment process of the cycle 5 will be concluded before December 15. And I think that be all for the HR update. I will be giving the floor to Ma'am Yvette Lopez, our new HR, for some direction of her office as the new HR. Ma'am Yvette?
A pleasant afternoon to everyone, especially to our school's division superintendent, Sir Nelson Lopez, to our
Open
assistant
your
schools
camera,
division
Yvette.
superintendent.
You open your cam. So that we can see you.
Hi, sir. By the way, Ma'am Raquel, thank you po. To our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Ma'am Janet Veloso, to our SGOD Chief, Sir Mario Mondehar, to our CID Chief, Cherilyn A. Cometa, to our Education Program Supervisors, Public Schools District Supervisors, and Division Office Heads. Good afternoon po. I am Yvette Infiesto Lopez po from Schools Division of Panabo City, 44 years of age, married, and I live in Barangay Gihing, Hagonoy, Davao del Sur. I worked in the Division Office of Panabo City for 7 years, assigned in the accounting section, and in San Vicente National High School as Administrative Officer 2 for 6 years. And now I am very grateful to Division of Davao del Sur led by Sir Nelson Lopez for giving me this once in a lifetime opportunity to be part of this organization. I am looking forward to working professionally with all of you. And thank you po.
Dr. Carlos.
Yes, Sir Nelson.
Okay, so we were reminded of our commitment to the region and even to central office of the remaining newly created items for senior high school, no? Na parang anim
Yes,
na
sir.
lang, no? To be filled
We only have
out,
less than 10.
yes, before to be filled out before the end of December 3rd,
Yes, sir.
2022. How can we comply that?
Yes, sir. The recruitment process for the cycle 5, inclusive of the T2 and T1 senior high school vacant positions, will rest assured be filled before the end of December, Sir Nelson. The
Sige.
aim is December 15, sir.
Oh, okay, sige. Thank you for that.
Welcome, sir. Sheen, that would be all for the HR. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Raquel. Thank you. Thank you po, Ma'am Yvette Lopez, and welcome to the family, ma'am. So
Excuse me, Shen.
yes po, ma'am.
Raquel, can you give the details yung sa December? May ano na ba or we are going to issue a memorandum relative to that?
Yes, Ma'am Jan. In the previous DexeCom, we were able to discuss in detail the per day activity of the incoming December 19 to 23 PIR for the Schools Division Office of Davao del Sur. However, the details and the exact assigned personnel for each day will be given in a memorandum, Ma'am Jan, within this week, Ma'am Jan.
Thank you, Raquel.
Welcome, ma'am.
Reminders for that activity, na there must be an actual activity that will be conducted really by every section ba yan, no? Every
Yes, sir.
section, a PIR,
Yes, sir.
actual PIR to be conducted. And part of the activity is reporting of the accomplishment, and especially regarding the accomplishment on the utilization of the funds being downloaded. If what's the percentage really? All the focal persons need to report to that.
Yes, sir. Noted,
As a
sir.
reminders rin, kasi mahilig tayo during December na activities natin. Meron tayong mga search at saka giving of awards to personnel, instant awards. We will not do that anymore. Dapat, if we will give awards to our personnel, it must be based on our terms of yung ating mga ERs natin, di ba? Yung ERs natin sa ating rewards and recognition. So that can be also included as accomplishment and activities under the rewards and recognition. It's not that day we will immediately reward an outstanding employee because of this and because of that. There must be a clear indicators why these employees are recipient of these awards. And it is the Rewards and Recognition Committee must be the in charge of all the source of personnel who needs to receive an awards. And there must be basis, there must be a criteria, and it must be clearly really clear search for the award. Dr. Veloso, no, it must be like this. We will not repeat.
Yeah.
Yes,
Nawala
Ma'am
kayo, sir.
Janet.
Oh, yes, sir. But ano, sir, it should not be parang whatever is the plan, but it will be based on our approved R&R plans.
Yes, yes.
So we have already set criterion there, sir, including the list of awards, and that those who are also top performing in their ITCR and OPCR. Yes, exactly. Those are our parameters once we are going to give the awards, and the R&R will manage and oversee on that.
Okay, okay.
So, i-embed na yan, Ma'am Raquel, as form part na
Yes,
hindi
ma'am.
lang na one time, big time, kung anong nandyan, award, no. It should be based on our R&R.
Noted, Ma'am Jan.
Thank you very much po. For the ICT office, the updates regarding the website was already covered by Sir Tuping's report a while back po. Um, I think that would be all for the OSDS. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Ma'am Raquel.
Thank you, Shin. I would just like to give the floor to Ma'am Manukay, Ma'am Estrebor, for very important information with regards to the participants expected to attend a particular meeting. So, Ma'am Crane.
Good afternoon once again. Based ng sa among pre-audit, Ma'am Jan and Sir Nelson Bakay, kaning mga latest na activities na to karon kasagaran kay na ay participants na dili maka-attend, like 24 ka buok, 15 ka buok. So kung imuha na siyang i-times mo, dagan og tag 10 to 15,000 ang murag lugi gay nato kay wala nag-attend. Kay tungod daw nag-conflict ang mga activity. So unta untay murag kana ganing someone na mag-oversee, like kung naay magpuan og memo sa SGOD, i-check pud unta to siya before maaprubahan if naapod by activity ana nga lain nga adlaw kay sayang kay ang kwarta ma'am mo ano mo siya 15,000. So unsa may buhaton na to ani nga kanang nga kani nga problem ma'am, murag sayang jud ang kwarta.
That's why we have the e-governance in terms of our calendar. So yun ang direction natin sa calendar that we proposed for our team. Nevertheless, yung mga nangyari na that we were not able to comply with the total number of packs, what are the mitigation that we can do is that we can we can provide justification, but I believe that we encourage the program owner to make parang sir, parang checking na of the confirmation of those that are identified to be attendees. Pag hindi po confirm or parang hindi po matutuloy sila, then we can opt for additional participants that are supposed to be in the next line of those that are identified to attend. Let's say, for example, Ma'am Dasilio is identified, who is an EPS. Ma'am Dasilio cannot attend for some reason that she has other appointment during that day. But Ma'am Dasilio has full of let's say, circle of Filipino trainers or experts, or probably PSDS, who can, in lieu of her, attend para hindi po nasasayang ang government fund. That's how we can possibly mitigate. No, aside from early confirmation, yun ang kailangan natin para mas maiwasan siya. I don't know, may additional sister.
Oh, that's really very important, no? Na a replacement must be immediately sent, no? In lieu of those identified participants. And that is also important prior um, to assigning a personnel to be a participant. So important to check. Yung sinabi niyo a while ago that if they are really available, if they can really commit to attend. Because I can still remember that I myself was a participant of an activity before in the region, kasi regional level man aming participation. But we received, because of I was only surprised to receive a letter from the COA, an EOM, na EOM pa, no, because the EOM 6 hours. So our explanation why I was not able to attend a certain activity which was memorandumized. So marami ang naka-receive ng memo ng EOM during that time. Kasi pati ang COA is also particular with our compliance to that, especially on the numbers, especially if it is already very material na, very significant ang count of those who weren't able to attend the activity. Kasi it's money, is it not? No, it's money. I mean, it's stated in the contract na these numbers are to be paid. Then you will really paid fully, no, the number. So ang COA is particular during their audit. So good na lang na hindi pa tayo nakatanggap ng mga ganun. But for us in our level, in advance, being proactive, no, with this case na findings inyo na ganun, will issue communication also, no, memorandum to the participants who were identified for a certain activity but they were not able to attend. Explanation, so that whenever we receive also communication from the COA, especially UOM during their conduct of audit when it comes to the different activities that we implemented, then we are ready already of our explanation. Lalo na ang personnel, dapat tandaan niya bakit she was not able to attend. Alam mo kung bakit hindi ka naka-attend. Mayroon kang mga documents to back up your justification. Simulan na natin sa ating level, Dr. Veloso, to look for justification, to require them to justify their absence, no, during an activity wherein they were identified as one of the participants.
Yes, sir. And then we will also provide them special, or shall we say, additional input as to what to do as focal person if you will be holding such activity, that there will be advance confirmation of all attendees, that such advance confirmation will be done ahead of time, kasi mas ma-mitigate mo siya ahead if you know it, that's the total number of packs who will
Like
not
other
attend.
activities, other offices, agencies who are asking for participants and asking also for confirmation. So yun ang ano dapat, confirmation in advance para ma-determine
Yes, sir,
talaga mag-attend
confirmation.
or not, para may replacement kaagad kapag hindi maka-attend.
Thank you po. May we know if there are any more announcements before we have our closing prayer po?
Parang wala na siguro. So, pwede na tayo mag-end. So, if there are no more
Yes po, sir.
concerns, we'll ask for some, for one to move for the, formally open ba itong ating kanina? Hindi, no? Parang hindi ko na-declare. So, to i-end na lang rin natin. So i-move for the adjournment na. Whoever
I
wants.
move for the adjournment of this meeting.
May
Second
second
motion.
motion.
Sige.
Right. It has been moved and seconded that this meeting is adjourned.
Picture,
Let's
picture.
let's
Okay.
prepare po
Most
for the
important
closing prayer, and then right after po the picture take.
Will Pration.
Sabit, sir, sabit.
Okay, Abet Bernaldez will be
Ay,
able to pray.
ay mag-amot na. Ay, presente naman.
Ay, sige po, okay lang din po. Ma'am Abet.
Sige,
Mag-amot
Bet.
ta, sa ngalan sa Amahan, sa Anak, sa Espiritu Santo. Amen. Ang mga nga may gugmaon, nagapasalamat kami kanimo Ginoo sa dakong giyang imong gihatag kanamo. Salamat Lord sa mga leaders namo sa top management ug usab sa tanan nga niapil karon sa DexeCom. Ikaw Ginoo kanunay magagiya, magapataliwala ug pahayag sa imong gugma sa matag sa kanamo aron amo gayud mapadayon ang mga tinguha alang sa imong kahimayaan. Abangi kami, umani kami sa among pagmamauli sa among tagsa-tag sa kapanimalay, unta malayo kami sa mga daotang elemento. Kining tanan among ginadayeg pasalamatan pinagi ni Jesu Kristo imong butong anak among Ginoo. Amen.
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 Yes.
Thank you,
Thank
Father.
you all. Thank you everyone for your
Thank you po.
presence in our meeting.
Wala picture lagi, sir.
Picture na.
Picture po. Inviting everyone to kindly open their cameras.
Sir, kay gwapo kay Sir James.
Dili, gamay-gamay
Ba't
na.
bigla magpa-picture siya kay bago di siya tupi.
Oh, pati yung t-shirt brand new. Oh, brand new.
Ikan pa PCHRMP.
Yung park, sige.
Sige po. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Smile. One more po. Waki. Okay, thank you po.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Holidays!
Happy holiday tomorrow.
Holiday pala
Happy
bukas.
holiday!
Yes.
Enjoy your
Bye, sir.
holiday.
Bye, Ma'am Jan. Bye, everyone.
Yes, thank you everyone.
Happy Bandi!
Everyone.
Okay.